Salute, salute, salute. What's going on, my peoples? How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling, man? Salute to everybody in the building. Hope everybody's feeling wonderful, feeling great as always. Shout out to my smokers, man. I hope y'all got y'all smoke ready. Light up. Light up if you haven't already. And let's see what the triple OG Bounty Hunter BJ says.
To the black distribution situation back in the 2000s, this was the idea that was generated by Simon A.K. Suge, right? And the reason why I'm speaking on this and I'm able to speak on it is because I was there, bro. I was at the round table. I attended a few meetings with him personally. I flew out of state with him a couple of times. And during this time, this is what Simon Suge had came up with this idea, bro. Like, we need to cut out the middleman. We need to cut out these Jews, man, and cut them all the way out the mix to where we do our own distributing. We become our own distributor. We become our own manufacturer, our own promoters. And we doing everything as is, besides them putting up the money for promotion and distributing. Then we're carrying all the weight, we're doing most of the work, then why not do it all? So we came up with this concept, black distributors. So being the fact that Death Row, Rap a Lot, Murder Inc., No Limit, I'm leaving out one, it was one more because it was five, Rockefeller. These were, and Bad Boy was on the list, but it was exempt based on Simon and situation and relations. So his overall idea was eventually to bring Bad Boy and them in and become a part of it as well if they want to merge and join. However,
and real quick, I'm familiar with the music industry, so getting a distribution deal back then was like unheard of. Them record label owners, they wasn't with that. I'm gonna tell you right now, they was not with just giving distribution deals. So I know this would have been a big time move.
Those main five that I just named, Simon came up with this concept, this idea, bro, we should become black distributors and bring all of these main CEOs together who's running these prominent companies right now that's independent, who's selling millions and millions of records. We all come together, bro, and distribute our own music and distribute out and package our own shit. So Simon hosted a couple of meetings, and these meetings was underground. So
let me ask you this: was everybody flying to LA for these meetings?
2 and 4th.
2 and 4, okay.
2 and 4th. It was LA, some parts of New York, and down south to Houston.
Okay.
And so, but primarily here in LA. But Simon was flying different places though, dealing with the CEOs of the matters.
Okay.
And so, when he came up with this concept, like I say, he introduced it to these individuals. So nobody really knew about it as far as the industry. So nobody knew about the black distribution situation he was setting up until we had a major hip hop summit. We had a major summit that Steve Harvey and Nation of Islam had hosted in the DJ Quick. And Simon showed up at the summit. This was the last hip hop summit we had before we just had the recent one a couple of years ago in Universal with Snoop and them. But Simon turned the hip hop summit out. You feel me? He showed up and with the Booyah Tribe and you know what I'm saying, a few of the Paru hitters showed up with them and turned the whole summit out. Niggas was in there shaking like a leaf, man. Shaking like a leaf when Simon hit the building, man. You can hear niggas, you can hear a motherfucking needle drop hit the ground, right? So I'm sitting there waiting on these niggas to get there. Once they got there, Quick jumped up and ran and broke Wide out his seat, and a couple other niggas ain't broke Wide. So I got them sitting Quick in them seat. No, matter of fact, true story, true fact. Quick passed a note for somebody to read, and they passed it to me, and I passed it on down to the panel. And Steve Harvey was sitting right here, and Big Boy was sitting right here. So I took Quick's seat, because Quick and them got him exit out the side door when Suge got in. So when Suge got there, Suge sit on the same side I'm on. It's Simon, me, Uncle Mike was sitting right here in the first chair, Uncle Mike reception. Then you had Russell Simmons, wasn't in the building, but he had a seat that was supposed to have been there, but he wasn't there. Then you had Steve Harvey and Big Boy, right? So this was when he kind of publicized it and introduced it and started talking about it. And no sooner after that summit.
And what year was this?
To be exact, I want to give and take. I know because we just went into the millennium, which was 2000. I want to say give and take anywhere between 2001, 2002.
Okay.
Give and take 2001, 2002, somewhere in that area. And when that took place at the
And that was around the same year that I was doing my thing. And we were looking for distribution only. But them labels was not, they was not with it. It was either 360, you sign this 360 deal or else for the most part.
the summit, he went to New York, came back. And I remember we was chilling one night. We was going to a function, and he brought up the subject about Jay-Z. He started talking about Jay-Z. He talked about Dame, how solid Dame was. You know, Dame was a good businessman, and Dame on his shit. But he was concerned about the nigga Jay-Z. He's a faggot. He's a bitch. He's a faggot. That's all he kept saying. Like Jay-Z was talking about Jay-Z. Come to find out, you know, Jay-Z, Jigga was supposed to be the one who blew the whistle on the whole ordeal. On the whole ordeal, the fact that they was having these underground secretive meetings.
Hold on. So basically, what you trying to say? That
I ain't trying to say a motherfucking thing. I just said it, ninja. Fuck you mean what I'm trying to say? What's wrong with you goddamn interviewees? Nigga, I ain't trying to say shit. I said Jigga blew the whistle.
he snitched.
He told him he would have told them people, man, and all hell broke loose. And then from that point on, all 5 of them companies went down.
He said, I ain't trying to tell you shit. I tell your mama you ain't. That nigga said, I ain't trying to tell you. I'm telling you. Jay-Z snitched. So Jay-Z told them bulls, huh? And now look at Jay. And look where Jay went. You look at them record labels, and then you look at Jay where they're at, and then you look at where Jay-Z's at.
2 of them, the feds fell in and kicked in on them, which was Rap-A-Lot and Murder Inc. and Simon. They sent Simon ass back to jail on a violation. You feel me? Hit him with 2 violations back to back. Sent him back to jail on a violation, got him out the way. This was during the time when the nigga left Death Row with Key Rock from rolling 60s. Nigga with tattoos all on his face. One of the only niggas that was out here in the city with tattoos on his face during that time. Key Rock, literally, this is a real crip, nigga. Nigga, I gangbang growing up with as a kid, nigga. Gangbang gets Key Rock ran Death Row, nigga. Not no goddamn Reggie White. Key Rock ran that shit. Then Reggie White came along after the fact. But Key Rock literally ran Death Row once upon a time, man. And niggas was furious about that shit. Like, shit, you literally left the shit with Key Rock. So it was buck wild over there. So
Damn, so Suge being a alleged blood and running with Bloods, he let a Crip run Death Row when he went to jail. And he name dropping too. Key Rock. Shout out to Key Rock.
Death Row was sinking constantly. So it was never going to be a point in time of Death Row being fixed until Simon decided.
For the amazing new iPhone 4.
Damn, Jay-Z. What we doing out here, man?
This concept, changed the whole name, changed the whole entitlement, and he came up with Blackball Records. So that's when he called me, hired me to become the company's manager. So I was going to manage all the artists of Blackball Records, be the overall manager, overseer everything. So he called.
That's funny, Blackball Records. Because some people don't believe that there's a blackball in the industry. But no, you could definitely be blackballed. Because it's all about building relationships. This industry is about building relationships. So if you ain't got a good enough relationship with certain people, you just ain't gonna be able to make certain moves.
Called me in, I became the manager, put me on payroll for management, and the lead actor for the reality show that we did called Unfinished Business, and a producer. So I produced the show, took all the camera crew and them all out in the streets, all the stuff you seen in South Central, Watts, LA. I did all that. Feel me? And they blew the whistle on Simon, man, and told about the idea that he came up with about this back distribution concept. And so they took care, like I say, they Rap-A-Lot, Murder Inc., No Limit ended up sinking. You feel me? Got to sell all those millions of records. Rockefeller went on to prosper. Notice, follow what I'm saying. Out of all 5 of these companies, everybody took an L and got knocked down except Jigga. He went on to blossom and then ended up marrying one of the baddest chicks in the business.
Let me ask you this, bro. What's the impact you think?
Damn. He put it right there in a nutshell for you. Rockefeller did take off, but then you see what happened because of the breakup. But that was Jay-Z. Allegedly, that was Jay-Z's choice. Because look what he ended up doing. He ended up being partners with the Jewish people that he speak of. Man.
That distribution company could have made today?
The all black distribution. Oh, but impact. When it come down to black music, black culture, hip hop, we'd have been the shit. We'd have been the shit, bro. It'd have been a lot
Facts. He's not lying. Facts.
of rich young black entrepreneurs, bro. A lot of young black rich men, man. Straight up, bro. If that was allowed to happen and we was to be able to get that type of empowerment, it would give us achievements, bro.
Damn. And just for him, listen to what he said. If they allow that to happen, who could stop that from happening? Why can people stop that from happening? And this is our culture. We created this hip hop shit. We created rap. We introduced this shit to the world. We're the ones created. We're the ones writing this shit. We're the ones giving up that pain. Rapping about what they've been through, what they seen, what they done. How they live, where they come from. And who gets paid the most money off of the backs of the creatives? Off of the backs of the artists. That's putting these songs in, putting these hours and hours and hours and hours in the studio, hours and hours of traveling, sacrificing from other things, families and other things that they want to do, to create these classic songs, to create these moments that carry people through their life, to get people through tough times, rough times, good times, bad times. Who gets paid? Who benefits the most from it? Not the artists. Not the artist kids. It's usually the person that owns the label. Their kids go to the big colleges. So if they was able to have that black distribution, it would have made so many it would have created bosses for black folk. It would have created a whole bunch of bosses. It would have created ownerships for a lot of these black artists. Yep.
As black men, because now we really, really are in control of something. We're not controlled by the masses, none of that. We can go into partnership with them now if we choose to, because it's a 50-50 equal. See, it's never a 50-50 equal. It's gonna always be an 80-20, 70-30, or they're gonna have their hand where it's them, then us. But for it to be us and them, as far as equal partners, that's power, man. And power that they were not willing to share and give us. Or they wouldn't ban that shit like that. They wouldn't have destroyed it and tore it down.
He keeps saying they and them. Who is he talking about? The owners, right? The owners. Damn, he said they wouldn't allow it if they would just punish it. This is, man.
Like that.
Well, they had to destroy it, bro, because
it would have been competition. It would have become more formal. It would have been, well, okay, then what do we do now? Because country music and rock is not selling like this shit over here. These niggas are selling, man. So what the fuck are we gonna do now? You know what I mean? They so smart with it and got so creative that they're sampling our country music and our rock music and their hip hop music, and they still winning. What the fuck are we gonna do now? Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna nip it in the bud and stop them some bitches before they even grow. We're gonna chop that plant's head off before that motherfucker even blossom, man.
Damn. He ain't lying. Shout out to OG Bounty Hunter BJ. And Jay-Z help? And Jay-Z allegedly helped stop the black distribution from starting? But then he goes and doesn't he feel like he creates other bosses and other millionaires, and he's giving people their, he went and created, what's the name, Rock Nation, and to give people better contracts better deals and better ownership, and ain't that what he call himself doing? Doesn't Jay-Z do that or whatever, allegedly? Ain't that why he got Rock Nation? So black artists or artists can own their shit? They always find one of our own. They always find one of our own to represent. Damn. Y'all leave a comment. Let me know how y'all feel about this. How y'all feel about Jay-Z stopping the black distribution company from happening back then? And then you can look, he's ended up partnering with a lot of them dudes. He's partners with some of them guys at the top. Right? I guess that was his strategy to become a billionaire himself. But then he ends up running Def Jam. He ends up getting Rock Nation. I don't know. Man. That's deep, man. That info was deep. And do y'all believe him? Because he talking straight up, straightforward. Like, he ain't skipping a beat. He said, I ain't trying to tell you nothing. I'm telling you. Good old Jay-Z, boy. Good old Jay-Z, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to all the new subscribers that's been rocking with me, man. The love is appreciated, man. Shout out to you guys, man. We rocking over here at Facts TV. Hit that like button if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, what you thinking about? What you thinking about? What you thinking about? Nah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. That subscribe button is free. Because y'all know we only going one way from here. It's to the top, man. That's to the top. Man, y'all know my slogan. It's peace and love.